Hello and welcome to Re-enthused. We are continuing our refurbishment of the Sharp X1. We've already done a fair amount on it. We replaced the power cord, we tested the power supply, we put everything back together again, and we've seen that we are getting some kind of signal from the video port. Is that signal actually displaying anything proper? We don't know until we can actually get an actual video on a screen, which is a little bit difficult with the Sharps. So in this episode, we're going to be pushing forward. The fact you're seeing this video means that I must have at some point worked out how the video works. Because as I said, I wasn't going to make another video until I have some kind of video output, so hopefully that's the case. Anyway, or the Sharp is completely blown up. One of the two. Right, let's get on to it. So we've taken apart the X1 even more than before now. There's a lot of cables and a lot of screws, but it is very modular still. This is one of the secondary boards, so it's got a few ICs on it, but not the main CPUs and stuff. They're on a board that was attached on top of this. Now we've taken this apart because as we were putting it back together last time, we noticed the thing that causes the fear in the heart of all retro computer owners. That's this. It's a battery. So it doesn't look like it's leaked. I've done a quick visual inspection. I doubt I can get it much closer, and my camera still focus. Yeah, that's pretty much the extent of it. But yeah, there's no obvious focus. Good enough. There's no obvious, that's just flux as far as I can tell. So there's no obvious leak there, which is good. I can't smell anything either. But what we will do is we will just check the voltage, because that's the key thing. If it is not giving me any voltage at all, then it's probably worth removing for now. I don't know if these boot up without it, but I guess we'll find out. What we got? 2.2. This has still got voltage. My word. Well then, you know what? We don't have to remove it. I'm deeply impressed. I'm so bemused by that. I'm testing again. I don't think I've ever had a machine of this vintage where the battery's been okay. I mean, I'm going to replace it still, obviously, because it's still old. But no, 2.262, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. That's obviously taking a charge. Well, I mean, colour me both amused and overjoyed. Well, that explains why it hasn't leaked, because it's not bad. I'm checking some of these capacitors. I mean, they seem alright. I'm not seeing any obvious sign of anything having leaked. Honestly, unless you're particularly worried about a motherboard, there's really no point capping it. I mean, there are some which are known to have bad problems with caps, but honestly, this looks pretty good. Sharp built good equipment using quality parts. I mean, I've said all that, but now this one looks a little bit bulgy to me. I'm not seeing any signs of leaking, but I don't know, it's got a bit of a weird... Maybe it's fine. I'm not seeing any bulge at the top. It might be fine. Yeah, I don't really want to replace it unless I have to. Do I have a replacement for it? I mean, that would be the first thing. 100 microfarad. No. Apparently I've got more hundreds than anything. Well, I mean, I have the exact right cap. 100 microfarads, 16 volts. I think I will. I think I will replace that cap just because I'm feeling a little bit edgy about it. And yeah, let's replace that one cap. I can't be bothered to fire up the desoldering gun, mainly because I think the last time it was actually blocked, and I haven't got a tool to unblock it though because it broke. So Hello, they left that leg a little bit long. I wonder if somebody's recapped this. Because it just feels like Sharp wouldn't have left that capacitor leg quite that long. I'm still going to recap it. Yeah. Actually, the fact that someone else might have been in here makes me feel even more. I mean, maybe that's why that battery's got a charge. Maybe somebody has been in here. All of the screws seemed like they hadn't been opened before, but it's not saying anything. They might have put screw tight on it or something. Right, that's resoldered. Let's clean it up a little bit. One thing I'm a little concerned about is I don't know what this component is. It does an awful lot like a Dallas clock. I'm hoping it's not, because those... Oh no, that is very clearly, John, if you look at the actual label, very clearly that's a crystal. Okay, that's alright then. I hate Dallas clocks, I get worried about them all the time. Right. So I've got to reassemble this now. Obviously the battery is no problem, which is great. Fantastic news. Anyway, so here is the case. It's got these little bayonet clips here which hold the motherboard in place, as well as some screws. So here's the board that goes first, the one we've just been dealing with. So we just kind of line it up with the screws and the bayonets. Push the bayonets in first, and then we can screw it down. Oh, no, okay, it's not going back first though, obviously, because that's where all the ports are. That will also help us line it up immediately, so that's pretty good. Right, what's underneath it? Why are you not? Try and make sure we don't catch any of these cables underneath. What's caught? Right, what we caught on? Let's reverse out for a second. I don't know what was happening there. Doesn't matter, we'll come at a different angle, see if that works. Oh, there we go, that's better. Right, so now we just have to locate all of these bayonet clips and push them all in. Carefully, obviously, we don't put too much stress on the motherboard. There we go. That's all of them. No, on there. There we go. Now that's all of them. Right, so let's stick the screws back in. Right, and this is the processor motherboard. So I don't know if you can see that properly, but it's got all the Z8s on it and all the support chips as well. And a nice GI tip over there, the eponymous AY38910A. That's a keyboard and sound chip handling monster. Oh, you know what? There's one thing we forgot to put in. So this, where's this go? This holds this board. Or does it go the other way? I think it goes the other way. Yep, no, it's fine. It goes on this board. That's good, because I couldn't remember where it went. Okay, where does this go? All this goes. We'll quite plain at the back, because that's there, and then there, because these screws go in there. Yep, there we are. We got it. We're fine. Let's take those out. And then these two, what looks like parallel cables, go inside. We also have to get these on. Is that right? Is that the correct position. So yeah, these also have bayonet plugs. So we just need to make sure we get those in the right position, which I'm pretty sure we just didn't. Right, I think that's better. Okay. Yes, yes. You come out of there, you need to come out. And you. Is that in place? I think that's in place. That looks to be in place. Right, let's put the bayonet plugs in. Oops. Probably the second time I almost knocked this whole thing over. Yep, that's in. Okay, so now we can put the screws in place. So first of all, let's do these two, this port here. Alright, so now these two parallel-like plugs go in to these. This is going to be tricky. There we go. This one's a bit easier. Now we have this small board here. I'm not entirely sure that is some kind of keyboard controller, possibly. Let's get that screw out first. Line that up. It goes into basically a chip socket. There we go. Maybe it's a ROM module actually, come to think of it. So that's in place. We have this one. So this is the expansion socket, and this bit, which is basically used for kind of the televisual cut-in stuff, which this machine can do. Again, the caps are all fine and all this stuff. We also need to get this thing in as well. So how about we... Any things we have to plug in? I don't think there are, not really until it's all in place. Need to do just that. Plugs into that, I wonder. I don't think anything plugged into that on this. Okay, anyway, this goes in here somewhere. And this is obviously the drive controller, given that the drives are on it. And it also plugs into the front of this board as well. It's keyed, fortunately. So that's in place. And kind of slots its way. You know what? That was foolish. Stop trying to rush. Okay, so this goes in here. Right, there we are. It kind of slots into this board like that. Again, I don't know what you can see and what you can't, because I can't see the screen. I'm just going to assume you can see enough. Right, so then we have to bring this board in and line up some pins, and then that then goes in. Although not apparently entirely. Stopping that, because you know what, John, you put the screw back in. Yep, there we go. Let's try that again. Yes, that goes down much better now, weirdly enough. Right. Alright, and then these cables go into those. Right, hopefully that's a better angle for you. So, here's the expansion board that's now screwed down. These are the plugs that go in here. They're two different sizes, fortunately, so we can't really mess that up. So that one goes in there. One goes in there. A smaller one that goes in there. the drive plugs. Make sure that there's enough give there. Hopefully there is. Well, appears to be. Okay, let's hope. That's everything plugged in. So now we need to just actually make sure it still powers up. I guess we'll put the back plate on. No, you know what, we won't. We'll see if it powers up first. We may have to take this all apart again yet. Okay, still seems to do the same thing it did before. Excellent. That is, of course, good news. Right. Okay, experiment VCR. Oh, what is it? Hold on. VCR SCART 15. So this is using Erica's suggestion that I try to pass this through. Well, television, she said, but VCR in this case, because then I can put it elsewhere. 15th experiment. This time we have regrounded the SCART lead, and so the shields are directly grounded, and we've changed the capacitance on the red, green, and blue to 150 ohms. Right, smoke test. Right, no, ignore that, bleep that out. Okay, I'm at a bit of a loss, wasn't expecting anything to be on the screen. So, okay, so we've been doing this for about 3 days now. And we've had bits and pieces popping up on the screen, but never a readable menu. Oh, okay, well the keyboard's plugged in. I guess we see if pressing the key on the keyboard does anything. Right, was it? Make your device ready. Please press selected key to start driving. F for floppy, R for ROM, C. Let's try ROM, I guess. What does ROM do? Oh! Well, something happened, but, well, I think. Let's try floppy then. Hey! It is, it's working! Okay, I think that's trying to do something, but it's not. Oh, I've got a floppy disk. It's not an X1 floppy disk, but I'll try putting it in. No, it doesn't seem to do anything other than that. But, okay. Well, that's, okay, yeah, I'm really lost for words here. Oh, that's progress. Jesus, this has been hours of work. You might be able to see like a little blue. Well, I don't think it's popping up. I don't think it's on the screen. No, you can't see. Okay, so there's some corruption coming in, but I think that's coming from the actual old DVR, like there's a bit at the top which isn't actually on, which is always there. Because the first time I saw it, I got excited because I thought it was text, and then realised it wasn't part of the X1 because it showed up when the X1 wasn't even connected. I'm babbling. Right, I'm going to cut. Actually, you know what? I'll show you my final. Or final. Yeah, no, I guess final. That's pretty bloody clear. My final SCART lead. Sorry, all of this as well. I realised I've also forgotten to turn on the. Yep, I forgot to turn the mic on. So all of this is going to be coming via my internal camera microphone, which is not terrible, but it's not as good as the external one. Right. So. There we go. That's the mess that is my solution to get video out of this X1 onto a screen. And it's also because it's going through this VCR and then through my normal connections, I can actually record this screen, which is astonishing. Now, obviously, this is at this resolution. The X1 uses multiple resolutions, so until I can get software booting, I won't know exactly what kind of issues it has. And the drives probably don't work either, so that'll be the next thing to look at. But oh my god, this is the machine's working. That's the important thing to take away from this. We know the machine is now working. Oh my god. Right. Okay, I'm just going to sign off. I'm babbling. Oh, this also means that Erica was correct, which is Erica solved my technology problem. This is something I'm not going to hear the end of for a while. Okay. I'll probably cut most of this out because I'm babbling. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Finish this video. See ya. Right. Well, which side is it? There is the X1 is showing its boot screen, ignoring the little corruption, like I said in the slightly excitable part. Ignore the corruption at the bottom. That's being produced by the DVD player, and probably a little bit of a signal mismatch as well. But it's basically there. Yeah, I'm flabbergasted, to be honest, that we've finally managed to get that. The problem with the X1 is it uses some very high frequencies to display its picture, but they're not exactly. They don't really match ones that we use. So, although it uses the same kind of the kilohertz range as VGA for a lot of its stuff, it also uses other ones as well, and it's not precise. So, getting this to work on a screen is quite hard, especially if you want to record it. Very much like its successor, the X68000, as well. But no, we got it, and that means we can prove it's working. We know we can push a key and it registers it, so the keyboard's working as well, which is a bonus. Yeah, fantastic. I mean, the fact that this is now running means this mainline repair video is finished. It's not the end of the X1, of course, we're refurbishing it, but we'll be doing those as separate kind of bits. So first of all, we're going to be sorting out this case. The T-cut arrived, so I'll be testing that out. We need to, of course, address some of that case damage. I want to get some software booting, of course, so we have to work that out as well, probably using the Gotek, I would imagine. So yeah, astonishing. Thanks to everyone that stuck by me on this refurbishment. I know these long refurbs can be a bit grueling, but it's always good to see a result where something is running at the end. Right. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit like. If you really enjoyed the video, please hit subscribe. If you didn't enjoy the video or you have something else to say, then please leave it in the comments below. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you can be told about future episodes as well, including obviously more on the X1 and continuing the Sword M68 refurbishment as well, which we still do have to get running, although we do have some more information now, so it can continue. See you next time.